So hold on, wait, I told her just do it. Don't get crazy, I'm under influence. Run it up, don't got time to go stupid. Wait, okay, time to go stupid. Okay, and now we back in the building. Shut up some mans and run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. I'm one leg in the hands on the run just to fuck it up, fuck it up. Hold on, wait just a minute. That ain't my bitch, she just got it, she can't get with none of us. Let's go, let's go. We come in, jump in, you can't get no one-on-one. On my back, I can't listen. I see you, bro. My bitch, but I can't fall in love with her. Yeah, she know how to fuck it up. Yeah, I know she ain't what you wanna run. Let's go, let's go. Put in work every night till the sun is up. Gotta get it, you know how we coming. Don't got time to go stupid, we dumb it. I got throwback swag, coochie. Old bitch bad, but she knew me. Bitch bad, but she bougie. Bitch came and asked me to move me. No face, no case, just sue me. But I might get a face and sue me. Do the dash in the rain, throw the cash in the face, throw the bag in the back, throw the bag in the back. My bro told me one day we gon' make it, I already know, so I came with some new shit. My bitch back, she don't know how to listen, she only ride night, but don't know how to do it. Hold on, wait, think I told her just do it. Don't get crazy, I'm under influence. Run it up, don't got time to go stupid. Wait, okay, time to go stupid. Okay, now we back in the building and turn up some mans and run it up, run it up, run it up. One leg in the hands, turn around just to fuck it up, fuck it up. Hold on, wait, just a minute, cause that ain't my bitch, she just mad that she can't get with none of us. Yeah, this nigga, you know how we coming, you know, jumping, you know, you can't get no one-on-one. One day we gon' make it, I already know, so I came with some new shit. My bitch back, she don't know how to listen, she only ride night, but don't know how to do it. Wow, let's go, don't get crazy, I'm under influence. Run it up, don't got time to go stupid. Wait, okay, time to go stupid. Okay, now we back in the building and turn up some mans and run it up, run it up, and up, run it up. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
Yeah, go, radio.
Let's go.
You know what it is?
The Rich Show.
Hip
hop and R&B.
Shout out to Secret DJ, but at the same time, I can't stand you, brother. You be holding out on me. Listen. Yo, listen, when I pull out, I gotta bring those indie reviews. I mean, those hot tracks for you. I'm just saying. Say that. Hashtag I want it. Say that. Had me moving in my seat, I don't give a fuck. I'll battle somebody on the chair. Let's get it. I'll battle somebody on the chair. Let's go.
I'm hyped now all day.
Off the rip, we in the building.
All day.
I don't care.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, let's go.
Let me calm down. See, you got me turned up.
I'm very excited.
My bad. You know, we got two guests right now in the building. You know what I'm saying? My brother Ahmed hit me up and he was like, yo, please, it's my birthday, I beg you, please. You know what I'm saying? I had to,
We go down for me. Don't think it's all funny games here. Be hell.
Listen,
You got me on a straight and order. It's crazy.
Shout out to the girl with the scarf. I want to say, yo, shout out to the
It's a long story.
I feel your pain.
No, here we go. No.
You want to know?
No, I'm sorry. Nah. See how the gun came out?
I just say, man, a long story. It's like 30 seconds long.
Listen,
First took a star, smelled it. Thought it was panties. Long story.
Whoa. See how this story got crazy? Now, did you wonder what's happening right now?
That's for him. That's the story.
I paid attention at the wrong time.
Right.
I came in at the wrong time. Oh, wrong room. Wrong room.
That seems like this is a DTF radio that he stepped into.
I'm like, what's happening?
it's all love. Me and Ahmed are going back and forth like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can text me like, yo, when I call you, do the fucking phone.
Oh, damn. And that's on a good day.
Yeah, that's time fuck you and we keep it moving.
Love is love. Love is love.
Yeah, but we have two guests right now. Please introduce yourselves and what do you do?
My name is David Roberts. I'm an actor, spoken word artist. In spoken word, I go by the name D Black, represent the Bronx. Happy to be here.
Yes, all the time.
Yo, where's Waters at? Where's Waters at? Where's Waters at?
He out there like, all right.
business owner.
Nice.
I'm just happy to be here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm here. What kind of business do you own?
So I have an event planning company called This Network Incorporated. We started back in 2016. We're going to celebrate 4 years, November 15th. So
Nice.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Y'all just curious. You know
Listen, we're here to ask questions.
Right,
and
right,
to know.
I know. Most of the time, I don't know when to stop.
Smokey, that's what makes you.
All right. Anywho,
Yes.
so you guys work together, obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the goal. This is my big brother.
That's family right there.
Yes.
That's family.
my guy.
For real.
It's funny how I know them from two different genres. He and I'm a fan of both their works, just being off of Facebook.
Right.
We actually didn't meet on a train. We're 3 feet, we're like 6 feet away from each other on
Right.
the train. We're like, I know that
Wait a minute,
face. You know,
exactly.
like, you like a Facebook so long. I'm following the spoken word artist, and I'm such a fan of your piece where you talk about what it's like to be a black man and an artist.
Wow.
And how like the contradictions of the game and how you get blamed for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Then lessons to distinguish. I'm following distinguish and following his work, and then one day I get an email. Yo, come to what was it? Top hats and I think you
Bow
gave, like
ties?
a bow tie.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it. I was mad at myself. Like, they'll go to greatness, asked me to come through. I was crying. I was like, he's never going to talk to me again. He's going to get more fames and be like, yo, don't ever contact me again, bro. So, but it's like, it's been a blessing to know and to be around like strong black artists doing their thing.
Right.
And I've always been the type of person who wants to promote that. And when I say promoting strong black artists, I'm only saying that because I feel we need more of that. We need different images of all black people and what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're given an image, like I was saying, well, I'll make it finish like I got to you guys, but I said, only in music where a black person is a rapper, he's claiming that it's real life. Meanwhile, a Caucasian artist in rock could be raping young girls, pedophiling, drugged out, but they assume he's a nice young man. His music is an expression of art, and he's a good guy.
Right.
So that's what I bring to the table. The reason why I manage, it's spoken R&B and spoken word artists. You know?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Listen, he sent me the pictures for the flyers, right? And then when I saw the picture that he sent me, I was like, man, just got a picture of him. I want to hear what this man has to say.
Oh, that's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
legendary.
saying? So I want to hear what this man has to say. Because he just that whole pose, and I'm like, okay, he's ready to speak. And I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, okay, so you both spoken word.
Yeah.
Do you also do regular music or no, just spoken word?
Yeah, I rap from time to time. Yeah.
Boy got boss.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming you guys came with some spoken word for us.
Wait, we gonna recite?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for
Yeah,
that. He didn't tell me that.
I thought we was just talking.
If they can't do it, I got it.
Yo, Pyro.
It was at this moment.
Right.
He fucked up.
He ready to be the villain. Oh man.
Because usually, I remember when he tells me, yo, I'm gonna come with some spoken word artist, but
Yeah.
he tells me, and I'm assuming he puts it out there that he wants you guys to, so he dropped the ball right there, but.
No, don't play me like that. Artist Block is always about the pressure. I make people start what you got right now.
Right.
You know that. I did that to your man,
Oh, so you
Sion.
deliberately
Always. What
had
they
them
got right.
come prepared, huh?
Yeah, they should be freestyling. They are best. They are
and
professional. They should have
Stay
16
ready,
bars
never have to
on the
get
ready.
Oh,
8
always.
lines.
Oh,
I mean, you
man.
guys want to share something?
I'm the rookie. I got the paper.
You got the.
I'm the rookie.
I mean, you don't need that paper. You know doggone well you don't need that paper. You've been in the game long enough. You a ringer. He a ringer. He that dude that walks into the pool hall. Yeah, anybody want a game? I got $5 if anyone wants a game.
That's how you bring them
And
in.
that is the way. Yeah.
Whoever wants to go first, can go first.
Okay. I'm actually gonna read something from my phone. I don't have it memorized, but what I've been trying to do in D Black Knows It. So every year, whoever's like a writer, a spoken word artist, you got this thing called 30 for 30 challenge. So this year I wanted to push myself. I turned 30 this past May. I wanted to really be. Thank you. And I wanted to be
30-30.
and I wanted to be brutally honest with everything in my life. And he knows one of the poems I shared it with him, and I was like, yo, I want you to help me bring that out. But I'm actually gonna read another poem. But I just want to say a message to everybody who's just a human being. It's very important that we become more honest and transparent.
Peace.
If If you don't have to lie, don't lie.
Don't lie.
I've been lying to people that I love. I've been lying to women that I slept with for the last 15 years of my life since I've been, sexually active. I'm tired of it. I'm done. We need to be more honest because we're continuing to perpetuate the curse that started when owning slaves was a fashion. We need to start being more honest with ourselves so that we can be honest with everybody else.
Right.
So, so this piece is in no disrespect to these people because I don't know them, but it needed to be addressed, and you guys will hear exactly what I'm talking about. It is called A Menage at the Zoo. Kenneth Petty, have you lost your mind? Nikki, first it was your brother, and now your husband. Just because you dress fly doesn't mean you aren't bugging. I wouldn't trust that U.S. mail with a U.S. stamp. Yes, there is a light that shines, but common sense should tell you not to turn on that lamp. Perhaps Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus went out of business too soon, leaving an animal act behind which was probably better off at the zoo. Children shouldn't be afraid of petting animals at the zoo. Why are animals even on display, knowing that the word prey also means pray at the zoo? Men touching little kids, they don't want to cry after, talking about it's a brain disorder. No, my nigga, just admit it. You know what you did and you liked when you did it. If Kellogg's gave a statement, even Tony the Tiger wouldn't say that shit was terrific. Many people died from the coronavirus. But to me, my nigga, you the sickest. This shouldn't even be a poem. To the contrary, I know I gotta do this. Somebody out there actually thinks this is normal at home. Speaking of homes, remove your relatives, remnants, reminiscent, ridiculous reverence. Spare me the gospel. In the community, we all know this behavior is cancerous, but don't really consider this your hospice. Besides, this the B side of the poem. Ain't no more rooms left at the hospital. Can someone bring a thermometer? I think Nikki's catching a fever. Most guys I know do fall in love with a butthead. No wonder why they beat her. All this wood piling up. At the same time, y'all trying to put out fires. Start by gaslighting victims. If he was convicted of rape, that means she's a liar. Make everybody feel bad for a choice you decided to make. Does anybody want to buy a heart? Anybody want to buy a heart? Because your love is at stake. Onika, do you really understand your marriage? Whose hand you decided to take? To reiterate, first your brother, then your husband. If this shit ain't back to back, who the fuck is Meek Mill and Drake? You gotta talk about it, man. You gotta talk about it. Somebody gotta tell the truth. You gotta talk about it.
I need an egotistical moment. Sterling brings fire in off the rip show. I gotta talk about it.
Listen, when she announced she was pregnant, I was like, oh, damn.
I have no comment. Yeah, I have no comment.
Oh, damn.
Just feel
I mean, it is on the show, and that's basically what he's saying. That it's a show, and we're feeding into the show that they want us to feed into for whatever they're trying to promote. Because I don't think it's coming for me. But nah, right? No, I felt that shit all the fucking way, and it's funny because I don't even know who the fuck Onika is, but I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't keep up with that shit because they don't do nothing for me. You know what I mean? They pay my bills.
I believe Onika is Nikki's real name.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look,
yeah,
I just understood. That's how much I'm not into that shit because I just
Her name, I think, is Onika
it'll make me feel
Mirage.
good.
I just thought that, again, like I said in the beginning, I don't know them, but I feel like, and I guess Deep Black could also attest to this, I think it's important for a person of words, a spoken word artist, somebody who uses their words, who uses their platform, to use it to shed on things even when it makes us feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to push myself and talk about issues that make me feel uncomfortable. This made me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
I had to do research on this guy named Kenneth Petty, and the shit that I read, unbelievable.
Right.
I was like, this shit, and nobody's talking about this?
No.
This shit is crazy. We can't just be like, yo, just give us the music. No, but y'all want to talk about R. Kelly.
Right.
We got to talk about Nicki Minaj, so I'm sorry.
All of it.
We got to talk about all of it.
Let's talk about Spectre, Caucasian producer, produced songs for the 80s and the 90s. When they took him down, they didn't take his name off of the albums he produced.
Right.
But they told us for the black man, take R. Kelly's name off music. Take
Correct.
Take his albums out of creation. You would never stop a Caucasian artist, no matter what crime he committed, from stopping him from his family, from inheriting the generational wealth
Right.
from his publishing.
What's sad with Nikki is that she went through some shit as a chart.
She did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she did.
So she should know better.
No, but that's the brainwashing.
I mean, her brother,
her
brother. Like I didn't set it off.
It's a biography out there. I don't know much about her story. I really don't know much about it.
I've seen interviews with her where she's actually said she's gone through stuff as a child. She really didn't get into like full detail. But she just said as a child, she went through stuff that child should go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What exactly was it? She was kind of vague with it.
Are there any songs where she talks about that?
Not that I
See, that's what kills me with all those songs and that platform. You would think that you at least have a couple of joints where you like saying, "Yo, this is some real ish that happened to me, and this is that thank God I'm still alive to tell about it. Here's how you cannot go down that path, even if I went through that path."
Right.
Like that's it's just kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
Stop
that.
All
You know how we
day
do.
long, distinguish the God who is around.
I guess we just do round robin. So a while, like a couple weeks ago, I just finished doing a poetry workshop with this wonderful collective called Poetics University. And if anybody gets a chance, definitely check them out. So it was an erotic poetry showcase, erotic workshop, and it was entitled Sex Sessions. And one of the prompts was to write the difference between erotica and porn. And I think that in a lot of ways we're a very pornographic-driven society.
Right.
So I decided to try to tackle it. And please pardon me if I stumble. This is like my third time trying to fit on these new shoes.
New shit.
Before we start,
yeah.
now I want to get to the other bit. In your definition, what is the difference between erotica and porn? What is that? What's the difference?
Oh, you about to hear it.
Oh, do it!
Yeah, you about to hear it. You about to hear it. All right. Erotica, to me, has always been that twilight zone between soft porn and hardcore. That thing that makes you perk your ear up when eavesdropping on your neighbors next door. That pinch in the corner of your mouth that's happy that you don't know how to mind your business. That mystery of kinky that you can't put your finger on, but you know that you like it when you feel it. Grown folks sipping on Patron, Citron, Kahlua, and E&J while puffing on cigars before, during, and after sexual lay. Erotica be the foreplay. It be that fast break before your team makes that winning jumper. That last toss in the end zone before caught by the receiver. It be that tingle, that tingle, that tingle that you can't describe, but you know you want it to happen again. Makes you want to nuzzle, makes you want to canoodle, makes you want to explore flesh with whomever's next to you. Wait a minute, voyeurs, no explanation. Empaths waiting for an invitation. Orgies not necessary. This be about cerebral, not no Instagram model in a hip-hop video. This be Jill Scott in burlesque. Sounds of the ocean mixed with a canopy. Moonlit. Mating calls without words. Healing through sex, no herbs. Elongated arousals? You heard. A saxophone with silhouette. Perfume sniffed across the neck. A woman's nails across her own breasts. These be the things that little eroticas are made of. Now, porn. Be that hot flesh grind boiled into a pot of lust. No love required, no connection required. The mechanics minus mechanics, no real ignition necessary. Sexual fluids be byproducts. We call it money shots. Chocolate brown golden arches that McDonald's would be proud of. A stripper's promotion or demotion, depending on how you look at it. Erotica may overlap, but that's usually not on purpose. Sex still be there, but it's dismantled for climaxes. The main union created is the bringing together of genitals. Ooh. The mention of mommy and daddy when neither parents are even present. A sexualized victim's last chance at celebrity. Porn triggers senses, but usually sight and sound. Erotica triggers 5 senses, the 6th one if done well. Ass slaps are applause. Choking is standard. Spitting and raping are just additional categories. Immediate satisfaction. No getting acquainted. No icebreakers, just romance being cremated. Porn be the bold and the beautiful, mixed with the demented. Spirits and souls blurred, but no judgment. Erotica be mutual want. Porn be what I want. Erotica be high heels and see-through tops. Porn be bare bodies and fully clothed hearts. Erotica be romance. Porn be take off your pants. But I can't front like I don't be watching porn whenever I get a chance. Because I love my porn. 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 But the truth is, porn don't love nobody back. Peace.
Wow. Legend, man.
I know pound for pound the best in the game. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I have good taste.
I just got to do this.
Squad in here.
Listen, not only was
And
the way he did not the punchlines. What's the word I'm looking for? The way he did the metaphors.
Okay.
The way he did the metaphors and the way he acted it out. You know what
Yes.
his face? You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? It was
Yes.
a whole full performance.
Yes.
It was dope.
Appreciate
It
you.
really do.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yo, Ahmed, my wife will cook for you.
You invited back to the crib?
I'm brought back.
You invited back to the
I
crib?
was kicked out the crib for a year and a half. He kept making these excuses. Yo, I can't. Yo, you can't come through. He would say anything like, yo, we just have a mad second. I was really on some like, I don't like Sterling no more. He's messing up my show.
Right.
Fired. Get Smokey back.
Oh
Fire him.
man, so
I'm like,
sad.
what I gotta do?
So sad.
Whenever you fucking when I got to yo, who's he gonna cook for you again? Oh, sorry, brother, you're the man.
The abuse.
Well, you definitely earned that one,
Oh man.
It's an honor to know these guys, and I'm not lying when I say this. I literally started following them. Both of them I follow on Facebook. This is not something we're like, I'm not going to tell you no lie. We're not equals. These are OGs in the game, as we would say, behold. These are guys who did, you know what I mean? These are guys who are connected to other people. People jumped on my Instagram because I put up their flyers. Like, oh, word! You know D-West? That was the guy. My name is Sexy Blondie. They don't like white women. I'm here for you, Sterling. Get off my phone. I'm trying to stay loyal to my girls. Y'all get off.
Right.
Like, things were just happening. They made me famous. I love these guys.
Wow.
Nah, but they're amazing spoken word artists. And when I like a certain type of style of spoken artistry, I do. And this is what I would like to do in the future, like 2 types of poets that I like, and whether they be similar or opposite.
Right.
Like even if it's just like once every 2 or 3 months, once a month.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something right now, and this is all jokes aside. That ass from the heart. I would pay to see you guys.
Oh, that's
I appreciate
Real
that.
shit. Like I would pay good money, tickets to sit there for like an hour and just listen to you guys.
man.
That was
So when he works on his one-man show and he decides to have me as an opening act, we got you.
When things
This
get back to
man,
normal,
yeah.
we're gonna hold you to
We
that.
got you, yeah.
When things get back to normal, we're gonna hold you to
Black gonna
that.
make you cry.
Oh man,
He gonna make
come on
you
now.
Nah, he gonna make you cry.
You guys do a show, you guys let me know, because I want to be there.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
I know you
Dope.
said that you start. When did you start rapping?
I started rapping when I was 15. I started rapping when I was 15 because when I was 10 I tried to commit suicide.
Okay.
I tried to commit suicide on multiple occasions. So from like, you know, going to counseling, you know, going to a psychiatrist, and having all these things happen from like 10 to 15, it kind of like led into me writing out my feelings about hurting myself, and then that turned into short stories, then poetry, then eventually hip hop, and then that's kind of when it started.
So yeah, he answered like 3 of my questions.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Don't say what made you start and what that's it.
Yeah,
That's it, yo.
You got it.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. You guys need to come back.
Yes, no,
Whenever
for
you
real.
guys
With
have
some
time,
time.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
please come by. You know what I'm saying?
This is actually my second time in this building. Like I was telling a man Murder over there. The first time I was in here, R.I.P. Jason Bourne. God damn it, man.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
man.
Jason Bourne.
That
Jason.
was-
Yeah, that was the plug.
That was our brother right
Yeah.
here, man. I'm saying he was definitely inspiration. Just seeing him at work,
Yeah.
the way he conducted an interview, just the way he articulated what he was trying to say.
Yes.
It was so dope. So he's
Yeah.
definitely missed.
Yeah, he was one of the first people that brought me here. This is my second time in this building. Yeah, so R.I.P.
Say that.
Jason Bourne, man.
Right,
Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
I definitely want you guys to come back.
Not a problem.
Sure.
Say the
We
word.
only have 2 hours and
It's
we
all
have
right.
you guys coming
Yes.
in. So,
It's all good.
you know what I'm saying? Just next time you guys come, tell me. That was good.
Yo, I was
Well, I'm following
surprised.
you now.
Man, I was surprised because when I got the email, the inbox, it was like with the address. I was like, wait a minute, this interview is live. So because the last performances that I've had were all Zooms, so they were all Zooms or IG Live or Facebook Live. So I was like, so wait, I'm gonna meet somebody.
Right.
Like I'm gonna be around people. Like I had to get adjusted. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going somewhere. So like it was, but no, man, it was worth it, man.
Imagine
Really dope.
imagine from my perspective. So I get an Instagram. He's like, yo, wait a minute. And now mine was like 2 days before. He's
Right,
like,
right,
yo,
right.
I gotta actually like go to a place and
Right.
be there. Like,
Right.
you know, I'm not sitting in my house. In my mind, this dude is naked with girls around. He don't want to go.
No way.
I'm fighting for this spot.
Listen,
like, you know what I'm saying? I need to come
listen.
together.
On the
Kairos talk
record.
like, yo, you waited too long to pay your dues.
Listen.
You ain't gonna have.
On
we're
the
fighting
record.
over the spot. I'm like,
On the
he's not gonna
record,
show.
my
I'm
woman is
scared.
from
I'm
Jersey.
like,
There are
so
no
you gonna
naked
go down
women in
this
my
fire,
house.
secret meeting with Drew? He's gotta go.
My girl is from Jersey. There are no nigger women in my house.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear, man.
Wait,
Let's be very clear.
Hold on. I need to go on Deep Black Side too. I've been cracking a lot of jokes. I just like to say to my lady out there, I love you. I apologize. You know, sometimes I go through. I've been drinking.
It's all
It's my
good,
birthday.
bro.
I've been drinking.
Hey, man.
I'd like to say to all of my ladies, thank you for holding it down. All of them.
All of them.
Hey, you know what it is?
So you want to polyamorous life?
Something like that. We'll come back on the show and
They
talk
know
about it.
Distinguish,
They
he's
know.
trying to find out
Some of them
the
are listening
difference.
now.
Right.
He's trying to find out the difference between erotica and porn.
That's a
There you go.
fact.
So right now he just experienced.
He's going through the
He knows my
experimentation.
life without knowing my life.
Oh, I'm done with y'all. I'm so done with
What are
y'all.
you working on currently, Deep Black?
I mean, right now I'm working on my 3rd DVD,
Awesome.
and I don't want to say too much, but I want it to be a little bit different. The first two DVDs are mostly just live performances. With this 3rd one, Shades of Black, that's going to be the title of it. I want it to be a little bit different. I don't want to say anything, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'll put it like this. For the first 2 DVDs, it's just mainly live performances of me doing what I do. For the 3rd one, I'm thinking about doing some collaboration with some other people.
Nice.
And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's
Distinguished the God. Any community work?
So shout out to my man Sugar Ray from Queensbridge Studios. Sugar Ray definitely did an amazing community give back today, right there in Queensbridge housing, and we was out there for about 4 hours feeding the community. We gave them toiletries, we gave Pampers away, pull-ups, we gave away hand sanitizer, we gave away face masks. So it was an amazing thing. So shout out to Sugar Ray for doing the work.
Thinking that.
A lot of people in the community, a lot of their work goes overlooked because people be like, community work, I ain't got time for that. I can't volunteer. But it's the little things that count, and I was just happy to be there. So shout out to him for allowing me to come just to volunteer.
Right. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
dope, man.
Yeah.
Should little and you know, little things like that. And shout out that you shouted out the person.
Of course, yeah.
Because,
Sugar Ray,
you
my
know,
guy.
because a lot of people, you know, just do shit, you know, and even when y'all came in here, when y'all talk with that, and even the gentleman with the book as well. Like,
Yes.
everyone that has came in today, they're not just talking to you. they're vibrating to me.
Oh, that's what's up.
feeling what
That's
they're
dope.
saying.
That's
You know?
dope.
Now, I fucking appreciate that shit because, especially when you said, you gotta be you. You know, I say that shit all of the time, because no one's gonna love you like you, no one's gonna treat you better than you, no one's not gonna judge you the way you are. But if you're in your own head and you don't love yourself, you don't believe yourself, you're gonna surround yourself around people that don't love and don't treat yourself too.
Say that.
Because there's no assertion,
Right,
attraction.
right.
And he said earlier too, when I walk into a place, no, I don't give someone.
Yeah, when he said that, I fucked with that, yeah.
Because I'm coming to you on a high frequency. I'm not coming to you, man.
Right.
I'm coming to you with all of my genuineness. So you cannot give me anything but that. So I fucking appreciate that. I really do.
No doubt.
That's good.
Before we go, please give everybody your IG and how can they contact you if they need to collaborate with you.
Yeah, definitely. So again, shout out to everybody who's been supporting me since day one. I'm 30 years old now. There's been a lot of people that met me on the scene when I was 18. D Black met me when I was a teenager. So he's seen my progression, he's seen my rise. So it's at Distinguished to God on Instagram. And also on Instagram, my business page, DISNETWORKINC. So that's Dis Network Inc. _ You'll see everything with my company. Shout out to my amazing staff, Miss Sin City, and my guy Kamal Anthony Asfor. So yeah, we got a lot of things in store. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Cool. And definitely hit me up at DBlackBX. Of course, I'm a Bronx baby, so once again, that's DBlackBX on Instagram. We always here. And for those of you who just want to follow just my acting stuff, you can check me also on Instagram at IamDRoberts. That's once again IamDRoberts. And I'm still on Facebook at DRoberts504. I'm a May baby, Taurus.
Hey, Taurus.
Taurus Nation.
Taurus.
Taurus Nation. DRoberts504.
Yeah, our birthdays are very close.
Thanks a lot.
No
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're good, brother.
You're back in the house. You're in good graces again.
Right.
So yeah, appreciate you guys.
No doubt.
Appreciate
So we're
you.
gonna get into a quick set with CP the DJ. We got our next guest already in the building. It's gonna be a lit show for the rest of the day. Alright, okay.
Peace.
Yo, I ain't
Peace.
gonna hold you.
Love
I
y'all,
don't want to do nothing. Like, I just want to hit them to some more spoken.
Yo, I had 3 joints charged. I had 3 joints ready to go. Hey man, y'all was here. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go back to the video, all the comments. I'm gonna do my best to reply to them. D Black, love y'all. Stay safe. Be protected. Wear your masks. Sanitize. Wash them hands. And I'll check in with y'all soon. D Black, aka David Roberts. Peace. See y'all soon.
Let's go.